Two recent intertwined moves have made this possible. The first is a request by Jack Smith, special counsel prosecuting former President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election, for court to issue an expedited decision on Trump's argument that he is immune from prosecution for his actions as president. If court agrees with Smith, it would clear the way for Trump be tried on election charges next year, possibly disrupting his attempt to return White House. The second development was Colorado Supreme Court ruling this week in a 4-3 decision that Trump was disqualified from voting in this Democratic-leaning state because of the Civil War-era provision of 14th Amendment that bars rebels from holding office. The shell in Colorado all but guarantees that the nation's highest court will have to rule on Trump's eligibility, and in doing so will have to revisit the trauma of Jan. 6, 2021, and re-litigate. The convergence of the two cases could be a decisive chapter in doubts about legitimacy that have dogged the court for nearly a quarter-century. Even before Roberts joined, the idea that the court could be guided not just by philosophical differences but also by naked partisan calculations was first introduced in Bush v. 2000. It was adopted during the Gore trial. At the time, the circumstances seemed strange, almost hallucinatory. The presidential election was so close that it was a coin toss instead of a coin toss. Little did we all know that events Trump years, the impeachment, two presidents and deadly riot at Capitol, could give memories year 2000 a strange air, Mayberry nostalgia. But the underlying dynamics are strikingly similar. Just as 2000, when Supreme Court had to rule on procedural issues with national ramifications in Florida, court must now rule on state actions Colorado that have shaken foundation of presidential race. Elsewhere, it's a sign of the court's polarizing politics. How quickly knowledge of what the justices will do freezes. Most legal experts believe 63 conservative majority will not allow Colorado decision to stand. He says that logic should apply to other 49 states as well, kicking Trump out of vote everywhere. How court reaches that likely outcome, and whether it can do so by any means other than a partisan vote, will be the latest test of Roberts' desire to preserve institution. It was a quality that many, including opponents on right, displayed when he broke with his conservative friends in politically explosive Obamacare case 5 months before 2012 election and again in shocking abortion case last year. In upcoming Colorado case, the High Court has about a dozen different exit points, some highly technical, that could avoid mess of disqualifying a leading presidential candidate. Some of these outbursts may even receive support from the court's 3 liberal justices. They too will be sensitive to the perspective here. But no matter how court navigates its logjam, Trump cases are sure to challenge our